see if this works.
Do it anyway.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's gonna hit the button. Superman. No, this is not a tribute about the Man of Steel with the red cape and the S on his chest. Dr. Brennan, fellow classmates, today I'm honoring my brother Jerry because he is the heart and soul of our family. 3 examples of why I consider him to be the heart and soul of our family are: 1, his courage; 2, his love for his family; and finally, besides being brothers, we are the best of friends. Jerry is the middle child of 3 in our family. My sister Kathy is 4 years older than Jerry, and in turn, Jerry is 4 years older than me. Our childhood was excellent. We had one of those great childhoods. Our mom would have us leave the house right after breakfast in the morning. We didn't have to worry about predators or anything. We could go out and play all day long, and all we worried about is being home for lunch and then dinner again. So it was so good, and my brother would let me tag along with him. I'm 4 years younger than him, and my mom never had to get on his case about, take your brother with you. He would like to do it. He would ask if I wanted to go. We would go see his friends or go down, we would play sports. We'd be out in the street all day playing home run derby. We'd be at the school playing football. We'd be on the basketball courts playing basketball all the time. My brother would have me right there with him. Then, as he got a little older, here it came, his car, a 1965 Chevelle Malibu Super Sport, 327, competition orange with a black interior. This was the car. My friends were in envy. I just got to ride in this thing. They were always coming over, can we ride in the car? And I'm going, are you coming here to see me, or are we riding in the car? What are we doing here? But my brother would pile us into the car, take us to the movies, take us to the soda shop. We'd just have a blast. He'd do anything. It was just wonderful. He went to work at Union Pacific Railroad when he was in his late teens, and he worked out in the train yard during the night, and he was assigned a partner out there, and he had this older guy who was his partner, and it's very dangerous out in a freight train yard. You know, there's cars moving, trains moving back and forth, and they're cutting cars and smashing into other cars. And one night, my brother heard his partner yell really loud, almost a scream. And he swooped down off the train, and his partner had both his legs cut off by a car rolling over him. My brother hopped down without thought to his own safety, took his belt off, and with no training at all, made a homemade tourniquet, put it around the man's legs, and saved his life. And my mom and dad and our family were so proud of him that day. I can remember right now as if it was yesterday, my mom calling me on the phone, telling me the story right after it happened. And I'm on the phone with her, and my jaw is dropping lower and lower, and my mouth's open, and I go, he's Superman. And she said, he is Superman. To say we were competitive as kids would be a vast understatement. As we grew up, everything we did would be for bragging rights. We played ping pong like it was for the gold medal at the Olympic Games. We played tennis like it was center court at Wimbledon, and he was Connors and I was McEnroe. And we played basketball like it was the NBA Finals, and he was Bird and I was Magic. And he never let me win. I never understood that. He would just make me work, make me work. Finally, I understood why he did it. It made me a lot better player. And down the road, he explained to me, you play with better people, older people, you get better. You can run over people your own age. That's not going to get you better. But playing with people better than you is going to make you a better player in the long run. Then a few more years later, down the road, tragedy struck our family. My brother took in a friend of our family who worked at the railroad also, and there was a layoff at the railroad, and he took him into his home. This friend of his was destitute, didn't have a lot of money, and my brother had a couple extra rooms, so he said, come on, you can stay with me, I've got extra rooms, no problem. Well, it kept getting deeper and deeper with this guy, and one night when my brother came home, he walked in to see the guy with a 9mm pistol at his head, getting ready to pull the trigger. Well, my brother interrupted this scene, and he turned the gun on my brother. Shot him point blank 3 times. My brother backpedaled, put his arms up. Due to his martial arts training, bullets went into both his elbows and exploded in his elbows. Went through the door, shot him 3 more times. Out the door, down a few steps into his yard, came outside 3 more times. 9 times. My brother's laying there in critical condition. He pulls the pistol out again. Click. His magazine's empty. Takes the magazine out, runs in the house. My brother's crawling towards next door. The neighbors come out, grab him, pull him in the house. And you hear one more shot in the house. We all rushed to the hospital that night, my brother down there. I'm sitting there with my mom, my dad, lots of friends and family. And the doctor comes out and he says, I don't know how he made it. This dude is tough, but he's going to make it. And I turned to my mom and I said, he is Superman. And she goes, you're right, he is. But the good news is he did survive. And the good news is he's gone on with life. He has a wonderful wife, Linda, 3 beautiful daughters, Lindsay, Emma, and Nicole. And they are just the apple of his eye, all 4 of them. It's just been a great, great time. He loves those kids, and they look at him. I admire and I envy so much the way those kids look at my brother. I don't have any children myself, but I really envy that. And for you who have kids, you got to love that when your child looks up at you like that, because I can see it from across the room, and it just breaks my heart every time I see it. I love it. My sister-in-law, Linda, one Christmas bought me 1 square foot of Ireland for a present. So I got the deed in the mail, and I got a map, and I got a picture, and I framed all these things, and I have them up on my wall. And I thought, this is cool, man, I'm a land baron. I have 1 square foot of Ireland, the homeland, cool. So I'm showing everybody, and I'm cool, and I got my land. And so the next year at Christmas, I decided I'm going to take my brother over there to find my property. So we fly into Ireland, and we're on with this map. It's just the goofiest thing ever. Even the Garmin in our car, the GPS ran out of voice and map. It just went blank all of a sudden. So we finally got up here, and this guy in this tractor, this old farmer, we tell him what we're doing. He goes, oh yeah, that's that piece right up there. Like he's probably told 20,000 other people. But it wasn't the actual piece of property. It was just the chase with my brother. We were like on a treasure hunt. And it was so cool to be with your brother on an adventure like that. It is something every time I just hear the word Ireland, I smile because it reminds me of that. It's so neat. And my brother has this great sense of humor. He's, me, I'm very demonstrative, as you can see. I'm kind of loud and, talking all the time. But he's very kind of quiet and reserved, but he'll have those really one-zinger funny lines that you'll just crack up because it'll just come out of nowhere. For example, we were in Red Lobster one time, our whole family, 12 of us around the table, and girl's taking orders, and she walks around the table, and she gets to my brother, and she goes, what would you like? And he said, do you have crab legs? And she said, yes, we do. And he said, well, why aren't you walking sideways? And my mom goes, Jerry. And he said, well, I could have asked her if she had chicken breasts. So today I paid tribute to my brother Jerry because, as you can now tell, he is the heart and soul of our family. For one, he's courageous. 2, his great love for his family. And finally, besides being brothers, we are the best of friends. So I salute you, Jerry, and I thank you so much for everything you have shared with me. the many games we have attended of your beloved Boston Red Sox, the many concerts we have enjoyed together, and of course, the memorable adventures we have been on. I salute you. And as far as those 3 kids you saw at the beginning of this tribute, I think the years have done us all quite well, thanks to our heart and soul. So next time you go outside and you hear somebody yell, "Look, up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane!" It just may be Superman. Thank you very much.